Marie Curie, a life of science, sacrifice, and legacy. She could have lived a quiet life. She could have followed the rules, stayed in her home country, and done what people expected of her. But instead, she chose science. She chose struggle. And that choice changed the world. Marie Curie was born in Poland in 1867. Her real name was Maria Skłodowska. She grew up in a small house with a big heart. Her father was a teacher, her mother was a headmistress. They loved books, they loved learning, but life was not easy. When Marie was only 10, her mother died, then her sister died. It hurt her deeply, but she didn't give up. She studied harder. There was one big problem though. In Poland, girls were not allowed to go to university. So what did she do? She found a secret school. A school for girls like her. A place where women could learn in secret, even though it was dangerous. That was just the beginning. Marie wanted more. She wanted to study science, real science. So she made a plan with her sister. First, Marie would work as a governess to make money. Then her sister would go to Paris and study. Later, her sister would help Marie go to Paris. It took years. But finally, at the age of 24, Marie arrived in Paris. She had no money. She lived in a tiny, cold room. She often skipped meals just to buy books. But she didn't complain. She loved what she was learning. Physics, math, chemistry. She was one of the best students at the university, but very few people noticed because she was a woman. One day, she met a quiet scientist named Marie Curie. He saw how smart and strong she was. They worked together in a small, dusty lab. They didn't have much money or fancy tools, but they had passion. Together they began to study a strange thing. Some materials gave off energy all by themselves. Marie called it radioactivity. She worked day and night. She crushed rocks, she cleaned them, she boiled them down again and again, all with her own hands. Finally, she discovered something new. Polonium, then another, radium. Two new elements. No one had ever seen them before. In 1903, Marie and Pierre were given the Nobel Prize in Physics. But when the award was first announced, her name was not even mentioned. They only wanted to give it to Pierre, but Pierre said no. He told them Marie had done the work too. And because of him, she was added. That same year, Marie gave birth to her second daughter. She was a mother, a wife, and a scientist. She tried to do it all. But then, something terrible happened. In 1906, Pierre was hit by a horse cart on a rainy street. He died instantly. Marie was crushed. She couldn't eat. She couldn't speak. She had lost her partner, her love, her best friend. But once again, she didn't stop. After Pierre's death, she took over his teaching job. She became the first woman to teach at the Sorbonne. Students filled the room just to see her. In 1911, she won another Nobel Prize, this time in chemistry. No one had ever won 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences, not a man, not a woman, no one. But she didn't care about fame. She didn't even go to the award ceremony. She wanted to get back to work. When World War I began, she didn't hide. She built mobile X-ray machines. She trained over 100 women to use them. These machines helped doctors find bullets and broken bones. They saved thousands of lives. She drove the trucks herself. She worked in war zones. She was never afraid. But there was something she didn't know. All those years working with radium had a cost. No one knew how dangerous radiation was. Marie had touched it with her bare hands. She carried test tubes in her pockets, her lab tools, her notebooks. Even today, they are still radioactive. Over time, her health got worse. She was always tired. Her hands shook. Her body was weak. In 1934, she died. The cause was a disease from years of radiation exposure. She never saw it coming. She gave everything, her time, her strength, even her life, for science. But her story did not end there. Her daughter, Irene, also became a scientist. She won a Nobel Prize too. Because of Marie's work, we now have X-rays, cancer treatments, and nuclear medicine. Because of Marie, little girls saw a new path, not just as mothers or wives, but as thinkers, as leaders, as scientists. Marie Curie did not seek power, she did not seek praise, she simply asked questions and never stopped looking for answers, even if it cost her everything.